This only proves you were created to stop Shadow, the ultimate life form. Don't tell me you didn't know. You may have been programmed by humanity, but what you did to Shadow in the future, that was your...
What just happened?
Shadow. The one that defeats and seals you in the future is me.
It's so unfair. Shadow's always here to defend the world. Despite that...
Eventually, when something or someone is seen as too powerful, it is seen as a threat. And then the world becomes its enemy.
Shadow? Even if you believe everyone in the world will be against you, know that I'll always remain by your side. Remember that.
I will.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play. So, we're taking off the final part of Shadow's story, Part 5 or Part 14, depending on what story you're watching. And, so after going through Wave Ocean, we also learned that E102 is basically the one who sealed Shadow in the future. Because, eventually, the blame had to go to Shadow for being too overpowered, and with too much power, becomes public target number 1. So, I guess something's had to be done, right? Anyway, so, now we're doing another of these side missions, or another one of those mandatory side missions. And once again, we are helping out Lord and Savior Regis Philbin, because, like, all Iblis creatures are attacking the civilians around Soliana, and it's up to Shadow, the FBI agent, to save the day. There's also, of course, now the Mephiles type of creatures, aka the purple enemies, do take a lot more health, and they also have completely different attacks. But other than that, like, most of the time, pretty much the same old standard stuff. But we are, of course, getting near the end of course, Shadow's playthrough, and I'm glad that we're finally done with this, too. Obviously, we gotta take care of these last 3 of these Iblis creatures right here, and that's basically it for this mission. So once again, we have saved this town from civilians, and we get our blessing from Lord Regis Philbin. I guess now's the perfect time to talk about E102's actor, because I keep forgetting about it. He was voiced by Madeline Bluestein. Madeline Bluestein, or Maddie Bluestein. And, it's a voice actress, but what's weird is that it sounds weirdly biotic or something like that. I would feel like they had to convert her voice into like a robo translator or something like that to make like a robot voice. I don't know I don't know what Sega used to make robotical voices, but whatever. Anyways, we're entering into a dusty desert.
Mephiles appears to have headed for those ruins. He's probably looking for the Chaos Emerald that's supposed to be there.
There's no doubt in my mind. His movement shows he's seeking any Chaos Emerald he can find. Supposedly, he needs one in order to join with Iblis again.
I will seal him before that.
Alright, so here we are in Dusty Desert as Shadow. This is his last stage of the entire game. And we're starting things off with probably, once again, as I said, one of the worst vehicles, the hovercraft. And this time around, you're starting things off by going through some gates. Once you go through every single gate, you'll basically open the door to the pyramid, which will gain you access to Act 2 of this level. And, of course, basically, Mephiles is after the Chaos Emerald, which is supposedly inside of the pyramid. In order to gain access to it, obviously, we have to go through these gates. Not much to say here. Alright. So, let's go ahead and talk about, I'm gonna rank the 4 vehicles that Shadow takes control of while I'm at it. There's 4 vehicles. There's the hand glider, there's the buggy, there's the motorcycle, and then there's a hovercraft. So let's see. In terms of best vehicle, we'll go to the motorcycle. Motorcycle's the best vehicle. Second to best would be the buggy. Sure, it will flip over, but it definitely also does the job with its missile barrage. Number 3 on the tier list, it will have to go to the hand glider. Although it is very powerful, some stages you don't actually need to use it. You can just do absolutely nothing and you'll just win. And unfortunately, my 4th pick will have to go to the hovercraft because it's a little bit difficult to control and it has some weird slipperiness to it. And if you flip upside down, you pretty much is dead.
It's just a bit further.
It's probably the worst vehicle, and you're most likely not using it above like unsteady terrain like water, quicksand, or swamps. You name it. Anyway, so now we're inside, of course, Act 2, which is basically inside of the pyramid, where basically, remember, this is where Silver had to go through in his Dusty Desert. Ooh, that enemy just flew across the enemy. Now, obviously, what you gotta do is, of course, make yourself across this, which obviously should not be much of a pain. Still a lot of Iblis monsters, so ain't much there. At least Eggman isn't compensating it. So now it's gonna take out this episode. Ooh, okay, Omega. That is a crotch shot right there. It's really unnecessary. I'm not sure why the camera does that. It just does. It looks pretty awkward. And yeah, it's probably the only time, like, you get to see the camera swap to Omega, because, like, most of the time you start off as Omega in a certain act, or... yeah, I don't know. Obviously, basically, you know, the hover ability for Gamma is so broken. If you just hold the button, you'll slowly descend. But if you constantly mash the A button, Omega will never lose altitude. He will just stay in the air for as long as he please. And, if you're in an area that has, like, a gigantic canyon and you start things off from the very, very high ground, you can use that to basically just, like, skip almost 75% of the level. It's broken. And, of course, it doesn't help the fact that also, Omega is still faster than Sonic. I don't know why. the fastest character is not Sonic. It should be Sonic, because he's the fastest thing alive. It's his freaking name. Whatever. Sorry about that. Fact matter is, I really hope that things go well on... I'm running out of things to talk about. Oh my god. I'm just glad that we're finally getting close to, like, finishing these stories, and I can finally get a lot of stuff to talk about when we get to the final story. Which, of course, if you're watching this in chronological order, it is next, but it's not really actually next in storyline order if you're watching that playlist. I feel like the storyline order will be the most likely thing you'll be watching because I'm uploading this in storyline order. But obviously, I'm make sure I'm organizing the chronological order playlist as well, so at least you have that other option. But obviously, you'll see, like, when you're watching this in chronological order, you'll see a completely unmatch of, like, S ranks and like S rank counters and where my commentary is supposedly coming from and everything else. But other than that, like, at least you'll still be able to have somewhat of a significant time. I guess what drew me inspirations to post these Let's Plays in storyline order is from Sonic movies. It was a YouTube channel that once existed, but doesn't exist anymore, or rather, pretty much got been rebranded, I'm not sure. And, basically, that channel was basically, the first one I saw was, like, I think it was Sonic Adventure 2, movie. And it's basically, it definitely feels like a movie, because, like, they put the scenes in perfect order of where the events took place, and, it's basically, like, it felt like a movie to me when I watch it. They covered up the HUD by zooming in or cropping the screen. They make certain cutscenes interconnect with each other. And, also, for Sonic Adventure 1's case, and that's pretty much why my favorite part about it was the Sky Deck. Like, my favorite part about the Sonic Adventure 1, movie from that channel was the Sky Deck episode when, like, you know, Sonic, Tails were trying to go through the Sky Deck and then make their way to basically when they got to the third act, because Knuckles also has, like, an Emerald Hunt on that act. Like, that video was basically what it's doing here is, like, it's swapping, like, two screens together. So, like, for a moment, like, we'll start off the stage by seeing Sonic play through, and then all of a sudden we'll just see Knuckles just flying around trying to grab an emerald, because of course he's doing his task. And when we got to, of course, the parts where in the actual level itself, that's where, like, the ship should be tilting. The screen just changes, and then just shows Knuckles just flipping the switch. And I know I'm going off topic, but again, I'm running out of commentary. And there's really not much I can talk about. I already talked about a lot of this game already in the previous episodes. So obviously, kind of commentary is hard for me to make up. I don't want to make this level Let's Play boring anymore. Like, this game sucks. We all know this. It's so bad, it's good, because we all still make memes to this very day. People still speedrun this game to this very day. And I'm pretty much explaining why this is being uploaded in storyline order, because I feel like it gives, like, a certain depth to a Let's Play. Like, sure, Clement641 done stuff like that with, of course, Sonic Adventure 2. And I sort of did the same with that when I was doing Sonic Adventure 2 Let's Play. But I think it was also... But what made Sonic Adventure 2 interesting is because, like, each part was separated into, like, the scenes that were chosen on the stage select screen after we finished the game once. That's how I'm basing my parts on. And as such, like, some parts can easily be 2 minutes because each segment is pretty short.
Yes.
And sometimes they don't have a stage connected at all, so I have to fill it up with something. Obviously, I had to do these missions where I grab the upgrades. That's basically where I'm filling the time up with, of course. Other than that, we're finally getting things done here. We just finished Dusty Desert. And, as always, if you are enjoying this video, make sure to slap a like on this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button with the bell notification turned on. And make sure to stick tuned for future content that we do in the future. So I really guys look forward to that type of content. But for now, let's go ahead and finally finish up Shadow Story by fighting the boss.
Mephiles!
I was expecting you sooner. As you must know, you're already too late. But there's still time for you to change your mind. Join me, Shadow. Let us teach this world a lesson and rewrite the future.
Don't try to deceive me.
What?
You have no desire for revenge. You only crave destruction. Your only lust is to fuel Iblis until there is nothing left of time itself.
It's a pity, Shadow the Hedgehog. Truly a shame that you wish to go against me. I'll make sure you regret this, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Alright, so now we're fighting off Mephiles for a second time in this Let's Play. And if you guys remember how Shadow fought Mephiles in the very first version of the fight, which was at near Flame Core. Basically what it is, you gotta fill up your energy meter on the bottom right to max so that we can activate your Shadow boost power. So that way Mephiles can't even be in your shadow anymore, because Mephiles is gonna go into the darkness, and therefore will be part of your shadow. And as long as he looks just like you, he will stay inside your shadow for a while. So as such, what you gotta do is you gotta battle up those monsters that are around here. And once you defeat the monsters, you'll be able to boost up your life meter. Well, not your life meter, but your energy meter. And once it's full, that's where you can activate your Chaos Boost power. To take out the monsters around you, you need to attack the eye, but only when they are basically shooting the laser beam. When they spawn, you can't attack them at all. You gotta basically wait for them to go down. Like just now, once they go down, that is your opportune time to attack them. Once you hit the head enough, then of course you will die out and you will get the experience points from it. Rinse and repeat for all of these, and make sure to try to do it as fast as you possibly can. Only one more should do it, and then we'll be done with, of course, this part of the fight, of course. Sometimes the hitboxes on trying to get, like, hit is very weird. Laser beams can sometimes be really hard to see. Anyway, so once your energy meter is filled up, you push for right trigger and turn to ultimate chaos boost, and Mephiles can no longer read you. And that's your opportune time to attack. Or constantly just homing attack around him because, like, I'm having trouble trying to target him. There we go. If you do find him really quickly, you can easily one-cycle him. Unfortunately, I did not because I keep losing track of where he is. You cannot lose track of where he is. So once your chaos meter runs out, now you have to grind on more enemies. So you gotta try your best to get in your first go, but because of the second version of the fight, it'll be a little bit harder. Don't expect to do it on your first attempt. But I think it's possible. Just, you have to get a perfect run in, and that will probably grant you the S rank. So now I gotta kill pretty much 8 more of those enemies, I'm pretty sure. I think you need to only kill a total of 8 of them, I'm pretty sure, in order to gain access to the Chaos Boost powers. Though I could easily be wrong. Here, let me count. 1. That's 1. This is 2. There we go. Wait for this guy, or maybe I can only attack him now. Yes, I can. It's 3. I think it's 5, though, actually. I honestly don't know. I always lose track of count. I don't remember during post. But other than that, just basically do the same exact thing. Probably you might want to do a 2 cycle on him, otherwise it might not work. Yeah, so 5 is basically the number. So once you get up 5, activate Chaos Boost. You can also activate your other Chaos Boost powers by mashing the right trigger too many times, but yeah. He will summon clones of himself as well. However, the camera will always lock on to the real one. And then he was just trying to make yourself a little path, and
I am forever. I am invincible.
but like I said, you home attack all these guys, and then just attack the last hit on the very top, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is Shadow Story. We defeated Mephiles, so now let's go ahead and seal him up with the Scepter of Darkness and finally finish up this story. Like I said, I hope you guys looking forward to finishing up of this Let's Play. We still have, of course, Sonic's story next, and then we also have the final story, and then, of course, the extra video, so yeah, let's go ahead and see what lies next.
Destroyed!
The Eye of Now absorbed your power through your shadow in the past. What may have worked 10 years ago no longer does. You must realize now that you cannot hope to stop me with your limited power.
So you say.
It's futile. The world will betray you. Why fight at all? Why risk your life for those who will persecute you later?
If the world chooses to become my enemy, I will fight like I always have.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Shadow the Hedgehog story. As I said last episode with Silver, we'll be saving the credits till pretty much the end of the game, so don't worry, we will get to the credits, but of course it will be till the last story. Anyways, let's talk about thoughts of Shadow's story. Shadow's story is pretty good. Compared to Silver's, it's not bland. Compared to Sonic, it's not pointless. Now, Shadow's story is pretty well handled on basically the story arc on, like, figuring out the mystery of Mephiles the Dark. and figuring out what the situation around it and what's its problem, of course. And although the story goes, and Shadow is always part of the main spotlight, and it's basically the second main character Hedgehog that Jason Griffith voice act. Went pretty well. In terms of amigos for Rouge and Omega, Omega is probably beyond the most broken because he's faster than Sonic and also can hover over everything. And Rouge, I mean, like, I guess his bomb's a lot better, but still we have the wall climbing glitch that we had to deal with. And in terms of level design for Shadow's levels is probably the most evilish of the three. And I honestly don't like the standard of difficulty earlier on within it, which, like, Kingdom Valley's second level is literally should be hard mode, but it's also the very second stage. And it was like, what's wrong with scaling the freaking difficulty? Oh my god, this game absolutely makes no sense. Anyways, so now we're gonna move on to Shadow's theme song, which is a remaster of a song from Shadow the Hedgehog called All Hail Shadow, but this is a remix by one of my favorite Sonic the Hedgehog bands, Crush 40. I love Crush 40, man. Live and Learn, What I'm Made Of, and everything else, they just kick ass, of course. So I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I will see you guys in either the final story of Rush in chronological order, or Sonic's last part in storyline order. Good night, guys.
Of the straw, found the meaning that you searched for so long. All hail Shadow, heroes rise again, obliterating everything that's not your friend. Nothing can stop you now, no ghost to bring you down. There's nothing left to lose. You win. Somewhere in chaos we all find ourselves. This destruction is the only tale we tell. White is black and black is white. Right is wrong, wrong is right. Nothing ever feels this cold inside your heart. Determination of the